Spectator Drag Series. And first up is Louis Diaz, no stranger to the Spectator Drag, from Warwick, Rhode Island in his 1987 Pontiac Fiero. He will be going up against the #1 car, Bobby Gingras, from Mattapoisett in his 1978 Chevy Z28. He even starts on the tires in Gingras in that Z28 as Diaz is out to a big lead on the backstretch, powering into 3 and 4. Just needs to hit his marks here, and Diaz will advance. 10 competitors here tonight. The Helliger South Coast Power Equipment Spectator Drags. Here's Trevor Lobb from Mashpee, Mass. in his Volkswagen GTI. And he'll be going up against Mark Healy of North Attleboro in his Chevy C10. C10 with the outside lane against the Volkswagen. Good start for the truck. Volkswagen a little slow into the turns there, and it looks as though Healy could prevail. He powers down the backstretch, a huge lead for Mark Healy of North Attleboro, and he will advance. North Situate, Rhode Island in his 1958 GMC pickup. And he will be paired up against John Fielding from Rehoboth in a 1988 Pontiac Firebird. The GMC with the bottom lane, the preferred groove, bends tires a little bit, and the Pontiac is off and running. Fielding navigates turn 2, coasting home on the backstretch, and he will cruise to an easy victory for John Fielding in that. Coming up next, one of the hometown favorites with the burnout, 1985 Chevy Camaro, Seekonk's own Jonathan Johnson. He will be taking on Kevin Farnham from North Attleboro, Mass. in his 97 Pontiac Firebird. Both drivers avoiding the contact that time was Farnham, and that allows Johnson to stay in it. Here comes Farnham trying to make up the ground. Look at him stay in the gas, but it's going to be Jonathan Johnson. Final 2 drivers coming up, Chris Gomes in his 1986 Chevy Camaro from Rehoboth, Mass. And a newcomer, Mike Holmes from Plymouth, Mass. in the Ford Thunderbird, a 1989 Ford Thunderbird. Holmes has to start on the outside of Gomes. Gomes with a great start. Gomes with car problems last time the Spectator Drag were on a Saturday. No problem this time with Mike Holmes. Holmes a little wiggle on the backstretch, but Chris Gomes will cruise to the victory and advance. C10 up against Louis Diaz in that 1987 Pontiac. Healy have the preferred line here. Started Healy almost closed the rear end on that start. That allows Diaz to power out to a big lead. Trouble for the C10 on the backstretch there as Louis Diaz will advance. And a nice hand for him. Liquid drop there. Seems to be all right. Nice start for Johnson. Almost even as they head into one, and Fielding battles back on that outside groove. A little swirly there, has to get out of it. And Johnson with the advantage. Bottom groove coming out of 4. Oh, there goes Fielding. Oh! Will now take on Louis Diaz. Diaz his second race, his third race of the evening, because he was first out there in the 87 Pontiac against Chris Gomes. Way up the track to warm up the tires. That 1986 Chevy Camaro of Rehoboth Masses, Chris Gomes. And outside through. Gomes powers ahead of Diaz. Gomes extending his lead on the backstretch. Little bump in turn 3, but he's going to hang on. Diaz has it to the floor. Diaz will have the preferred groove as Fielding warms up the tires on that 1988 Pontiac Firebird. Even start as they head into one. They are door to door. Powering through 1-2. There goes Fielding as the handle breaks off. And Louis Diaz will come home your third place finisher as Fielding completes the burnout over in turn 2. American Muscle going to return to victory lane here at Seekonk Speedway. As Nathan Williams' Subaru Impreza had been so impressive earlier this season. You see a couple of mid-80s Camaros in the final. Both cars ready at the line. Clean start, door to door. Slight edge for Gomes, but he can't come down, and Johnson is there. Johnson holds the bottom line. Gomes throws it high and hard into 3 and 4. Johnson, oh, keeps the handle on it. There goes Gomes. Ryan riding it down in front of Johnson, still fighting that car. On the backstretch, Chris Gomes with the lead into 3 and 4. Does Johnson have anything left? Chris Gomes. Great, how about a nice hand for both drivers.